Let's see what it is. Let's see what it is. Man, do we got some stuff to talk about today? What up, Kill 'em Kyrie? Laugh alert in the building. Coach Z. Dudes are out here. Views, I see you. Master Splitter, Optimal Focus. Wishing you well. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate all the well wishes. Scott, what's going on, man? Hopefully you good. Can too. The boys are out, man. Germ, what up, man? Justin, what's good? Some good news for once. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. Sounds like good news, but when you dig under the surface, you find out something different, which we're gonna talk about in this live stream. Man, let me get to the chat. A ton of people in here. What up, Fridge? Brandon? I heard the devs implemented a new thing that will detect lag switching in the new season. We'll find out, man. What up, Starfish? We'll find out. I'll start off. Man, boys are out there. He said, I won't believe it till I see it. You and me both, man. It's happening. It ain't like it's not happening. But who are they banning? Because folks are still out there experiencing lag switching. How many people in the stream have experienced being lag switched over the last 24 hours? Let me know if anybody in this stream has had to play against someone lag switching over the last 24 to 48 hours. Let me know. Let me move this over so the chat can see it. For many months now, Badge Plug sent out this post saying, for many months now, 2K cheaters have been shouting, hey, I'm cheating. Look at me. And so 2K just did a massive ban wave, huh? For people who apparently did some sort of VC glitch. If you guys don't know, there's a script that'll generate VC for you. You could go on and do your grocery shopping or maybe set it up for when you sleep and wake up to a ton of VC. Des the Ghost said it happened this morning. Semper with a $4.99 super chat said, huge ban wave coming. 100% for anyone getting extra VC. 2K has become the definition of a monkey paw wish. So after doing digging, we find out that most of the people who got banned were using the VC generator. Let me pull this up. Let me pull up my screenshots. What up, No Cap? Can I get my... There we go. Man, oh man. Man, oh man. This one dude... I want to pull up this one as well. I think it's... No, there's somebody who actually admits to cheating. Give me a second. That's OG. We got a lot to go over in this live stream. Did you guys know that there's over 40,000 lag switchers out there? Okay, I think it's this one. I think it's this one. Sean, yeah, it was Sean. Let me go pull that up. Man, oh man. Okay. Sean sent out this post saying, I use VC glitch for 100K VC. He shares a screenshot on how he's been permabanned. He said that equals a permanent ban. Okay, sure, that's fair. Zenners and Save Data abusers only get the 2-week vacation, a slap on the wrist, only more proof that 2K literally doesn't care after that 2-month period. Oh, man, brutal. You got somebody who's openly admitting to using the VC generator. He gets banned for it. He shares it. But his argument is, neither of them are right, but his argument is that how do you ban me when I try to just generate more VC because the game doesn't allow me to generate VC at the pace that I find suitable. So let me use the VC generator to go through the motions for me, because that's what the VC generator does. It just goes through the motions for you. In other words, it's going to, if it takes you a half an hour to play a My Career game, it'll do that process for you, or to go through the motions for you. And you just sit there and let it play out. Apparently 2K caught on to him and started banning those folks who are using a VC generator. So NBA 2K bans VC glitchers, but not auto-script users and lag switchers. So you're telling me, Mike Wang, you've banned people for finding a way to get VC for their players, but not the players that are cheating and malfunctioning the game. Man, oh man, that was from Little Rose. What up, J. Oz? Fear God in the building. It looks like they are banning folks. Garcelle recently sending out this post. While we're on the topic of Garcelle, sending out this post, packing them up before season 5. Get them out of here, Coachy. Get them out of here, Coachy. Now, I looked into those bans. They're all permanent bans. But Garcelle also got this screenshot that he recently shared, which I'm going to show you right now. $40,000 lag switchers, yeah. 40K. Them boys are deep. Pause. Dude responding to Garcelle said, okay, buddy, you'll play against one of us. It's 40K people in the secret server. Secret is the lag switching server. And we play every game mode. Nobody is safe. Let me know if you want to switch up and join the server. Asking Garcelle, if you can't beat them, join us. Again, how many people in this chat, how many players in this chat right now have been lag switched over the last 24 hours? The patch is live. From what I'm understanding, along with the Season 5 update, that's when things are supposed to really hit. But the patch update is live. We'll see what happens tomorrow. We will be here live in 4K. We'll be here to see what's going down. Season 5 update, we'll go over all the rewards and everything and see what they did about lag switchers. $4.99 super chat from Semper. So VC script zenners are getting permabanned. Tell me again how it's impossible for 2K to detect the Zen. They can detect it when they start messing with their money, huh? 2K can detect anybody messing with their money, but if you're giving 2K money along with a third party, you straight. I get lag switched every damn day is what Frisco Brown said. I'm a lag switcher. They will never catch me is what Jeff Benzo just said. Didn't get banned. Thanks, 2K. That was Dashy. Look, we got people in here talking about didn't get banned. Thanks, 2K. On every game mode, I'm not safe anywhere is what Ron Star said. Grayson was good. I got lag switched in a red game with my boys because we were coming back and they started lag switching and my boy got booted at the same time. We ended up winning by 12. Nice. They think they're good at the game. Nah, you're just a little punk making a basketball lame as hell. 2K needs that $30. He said 2K needs that $30 that bad. Folks are getting banned. But the fact is, they primarily targeted VC glitchers. Somebody else made a good point. He said, is this it? Somebody else made a good point that I want to get to. I think it was OG. It might have been OG. There we go. Yeah, it's OG's comment. Let me pull that up. Browse. Give me 1 second and I'll pull up OG's comment. OG Almighty said it's crazy. People clearly see 2K won't ban that whole Discord of players. They're too deep. It's 40K strong. But do small ban waves to pacify the community to make us think they're doing something. We're going to have cheaters for the rest of the year, y'all. Is anyone buying the season pass? Nothing's different is what Ant Hustle said. I don't know. $2 super chat from Scott says secret Discord pay a huge percent to Ronnie 2K. Was this all a hoax? Was the ban wave really just to target people who are generating VC through a script? Or was it really to change the overall experience for the good majority of the 2K players who are experiencing things like lag switching, shooting scripts, defensive scripts, stamina scripts, dribble scripts? You name it, there's a script for everything. You don't even need to play the game no more. You barely need to have a controller in your hand and the joint is just going to play for you. In yesterday's stream, 2K had the words cheating, cheated. Look at this. Banned in their live stream. Look at this. I wasn't tripping. Now, I'm going to keep you guys up to date because we went on to 2K. It first started me going on to 2K server. Appreciate your comment, Antonio. I'm going to get to that in just a second. But for context, Antonio said in yesterday's stream, 2K had the words cheating, cheated, banned in their live stream, meaning you can't type those words. Your message won't go through. This all started a while back when I started investigating what's going on. Where can players who experience cheating report cheaters? One of the areas in where 2K recommended players to go to report cheaters was in their Discord. So I went into their Discord and did a long scan of the area in which they said to report it. There was barely anything about people cheating. And I said, that's insane. We create content on this stuff every single day. It's impossible that nobody's going to go into the one area that 2K recommends to report cheaters, and there's not going to be a message about cheating. Or it's not going to be flooded with cheating, but yet you go under one of Evan's posts or somebody affiliated with 2K, you go under their post and you'll see everybody on X. The first thing, and it's so heavy, loud, in your face, what are you going to do about cheating? Inquiring about cheaters, asking for 2K for a solution, pleading for help and support from 2K. But in their Discord, we don't see anything, so I found that strange. And to me, it seemed like the comments were being filtered. Anything about cheating was taken out. And like I mentioned not too long ago, I think it was in yesterday's live stream, I also mentioned, doesn't this seem like an organized effort to not mention cheaters or the issue at hand, not even entertain the issue at hand from the 2K team? It was almost like 2K has sent out a memo company-wide and said, if anybody talks about cheating, do not say anything. The effort is too organized. There's too many crickets. All we hear is crickets. We don't hear anybody from 2K offering the slightest bit of transparency on this issue or how 2K intends to resolve it. But yet we hear one little thing about ban waves and we think 2K is doing something about it. We dig a little deeper and find out this is mainly targeting people who use a VC generator script. using a script to automatically generate VC for them. And I just want to add again, like I said earlier, it's not like a VC generator script affects anybody else's gameplay. We don't get hurt by someone using a VC generator to go through the motions of, like, you know, playing a My Career game and getting VC. That's what the VC generator script does, from my understanding. It just goes through the motions for you. It doesn't affect any other player. But what is affecting other players tremendously is lag switching, ruining the experience for 2K players out there. Not to mention, you know, the shooting scripts, defensive scripts, stamina scripts, dribbling scripts, and everything under the sun scripts. Semper with a 199 super chat said, just check the Twitter comments for the college update. Yeah, that's all. That's all they're posting. It's a laundry list of people complaining about cheating still taking place currently. So, like OG Almighty had mentioned, it seemed like 2K was just trying to pacify the community because maybe they can't identify cheaters. I imagine that lag switching will probably be something that they can fix. And there has been rumors that people in the community of cheaters, these cheating communities, are scared of what 2K has planned for them in regards to lag switching. Lag switching there may be something they can do with that. People, like they said in this live stream, people are still experiencing folks out there lag switching them. So if there was this tremendous ban wave, it should have cleaned up the community. We should be able to go into park and not experience getting lag switched. It had very quickly become the most popular way to cheat, lag switching. And from what I understand, it's something called secret. You know, shooting scripts have been in the game. It was one of the first scripts out. And it affects our gameplay, but you can still play defense against people using a Zen. It's very hard. They really stretch the floor thin. And it's a hella disadvantage to play against someone who's cheating. But, you know, when you go up against a lag switcher, there is no hope for you. Your whole gameplay slows down, and it's just so wonky. What up, Frank Daniel? Is good, man. Hell yeah. Get them likes up if you're new to the channel. Take a second. Check if you subscribed. A lot of you guys aren't subscribed. If you can, help us out, help us grow, and hit that subscribe button. Drop a like if you can too. But yeah. So it seemed like it was one big hoax, and this was 2K's way to pacify the community and all the complaints about cheating. And they're doing everything imaginable to sweep it under the rug. It seems like 2K is doing everything imaginable to sweep it under the rug. If they don't see it, like if they don't see folks complaining about it, then it's not really happening. Ha! The community is not letting this one go, 2K. I don't know what 2K is thinking. The 2K community, look how many people are in here already. The community is not letting this one go. This joint is one of the biggest issues that I have seen doing this 2K news stuff for the longest time. I've never seen, matter of fact, I haven't even seen the community unified in this way in the longest time. And I don't think 2K realizes that. The community is unified against cheaters. And I haven't seen this in the longest time. 2K is actually creating unity within the 2K community. Everybody has one like common enemy, and that's normally 2K. But 2K did a good job this year in many respects to gameplay. So people just want to play the game, like they just want to get on the game and play the joint, but they can't now because they're running into cheaters, and everybody, a good majority of the community is experiencing it. And they find it to be unacceptable. What's even more unacceptable is that there's no transparency on 2K's behalf to say whether or not they're addressing this issue. We got to hear from outside sources and rumors. Furthermore, they actually filtering comments, filtering chats, like the homie said in the live stream yesterday, where they announced the college basketball update for season 5, which is released tomorrow at 11 a.m. So much so that they had these words: cheating, cheater, cheat, banned. You couldn't type it in their live stream. When I had first logged on to the live stream yesterday, they had the comments off. And I was like, what? Because they know damn near everybody's comment. So everybody's comment is going to be about cheating and what 2K is going to do to resolve it. That's what everybody is concerned about. Why? Because they got actually a good product. Finally got a good product, a decent, fair product, a good stepping stones towards something great in NBA 2K26. And they're allowing the player base, or one side of the player base, to exploit and take advantage of the development team's weaknesses. Are you on my side of the fence? Semper with a $4.99 super chat said, are you on my side of the fence now? I'm telling you, they have a fix they developed for GTA, and they're going to use it as a feature to sell 2K27. I still don't see that. Especially being that they're not addressing the issue or being transparent about the issue. I still don't necessarily see that. What up, Agent Q? Thinking Man's Templar, I got an Amen Thompson build. VC, I'll just take some money and buy a new game. I'm cool. Yeah, I still don't see that yet, because I would think that 2K would have to acknowledge that the issue is at hand and kind of create like a paper trail of them challenging or attempting to find solutions about cheating in order to sell this idea that 2K27 is getting rid of cheaters. Maybe they will. They will bank on it. 2K, they're geniuses at marketing. So I imagine that 2K may consider using this cheating, the rampant cheating, to sell to 2K27. Get additional security against cheaters in 2K27, or no longer worry about cheaters in 2K27. Yeah, I checked out the John Wick trailer. Rafa, what up, man? Bro, everyone gonna be cheating in GTA. I don't know why you think GTA is gonna save the world. It's gonna be monetized. It's gonna be a monetized game everywhere. Give them a cease and desist to all these cheating device companies, even secret, and call it a day. I think they've gone that route. I think this is older news. I think it was Fear God who put that. Yeah, Fear God. I think they actually went that route and found out that these companies can legitimately create these devices, which is why we are where we are. I think that was a couple years ago, if I'm not mistaken. View said they not more Zeners equal. He's saying, I think what he meant to say, English is his 7th language, but what he meant to say is that more Zeners equal more builds and more money for 2K. But what he did say was they not more Zeners equals more builds, more money for them. I love Cholin. If you buy a Raspberry Pi, you could program it to do anything. I got to watch what I say here, mess around. They think that I'm trying to encourage folks to cheating when our platform has been constantly against cheating. And by the way, somebody else recently got permanently banned, and I'll share that right now. Enzo sent out a post. Enzo sent out a post with a screenshot. You could check his X page, saying that he's permanently banned. And he said, "Welp, I'm perma-banned on NBA 2K26 for trying to spread awareness of this dog-ish game." And he tagged Ronnie 2K, Evan, and Mike Wang, sharing the screenshot of his permanent ban. And if I'm not mistaken, he's the one who made the video sharing exactly how folks cheat. It was so descriptive that I couldn't even make a video about it, because 2K would have messed around and hit me. So don't even 2K. I would hope very much that 2K wouldn't attempt to do something to my account when we've been actively sharing our voice as a platform and as a community against cheating devices, lag switching, all of that. He said auto type messing me up. So 2K responded by banning people, Steven. We're close to 300 in the chat. I'll share this image again. 2K responded by banning people. The only thing is that from what we're understanding is that their response to banning folks was primarily targeting the VC generator script. You mess with 2K's money, you're going to become the #1 priority for 2K. You think I'm playing when I say that 2K's primary revenue resource are microtransactions, virtual currency. 77, that number grows every single year. Last I checked, it was around 64% of their revenue came from recurrent consumer spending, and now it's up to 77 to 80% of 2K's revenue, Take-Two's revenue, parent company of 2K, but 2K leading the way along with GTA in recurrent consumer spending. Microtransactions, man. So you go ahead and get yourself a VC generator script and 2K is going to get you out of here. But when it comes to everything else, all the cheaters affecting gameplay and your online gameplay experience, not so much. We don't need to be that aggressive because they're giving us bread too. He said VC might as well be Bitcoin. These Zenners, just VC bans. That's what. It's not just VC bans, but the impact is not good enough. And there's close to 300 people in here, so I'll leave it to the chat. How many of you guys over the last 24 hours since the patch update have experienced any level of cheating? You tell me in the chat. Tell me. Tell me in the chat. Have you experienced getting lag switch? Have you experienced the Zenner shooting script? Have you experienced a defensive script, or auto jump contest script, a stamina script, a dribbling script? Let me know. Sound off. Scott says, anybody been doing any random rec this week? I have. Well, not random rec. I've been playing rec. Been the worst all year. Back to only playing with my small crew of 9 and been searching last 2 days of All City Discord for morning rec play. And by the way, now that we're saying that, let me pull this up because I think some of you guys might want to be interested. Some of you guys might be interested in this. Let me pull this up real quick. Maybe 1 second while I pull it up. Okay. Resize that. If you guys are tired of running with randoms, I recommend that you join our Discord. I often recommend that our Discord, all you got to do is type _Discord in this live stream chat. The link will come up and you can join today. Today, we're introducing the All City Psychopaths. We're going to make our mark on the Pro-Am comp scene. We're going to be hosting tons of tournaments in our Discord, cash prizes, and a bunch of good stuff. If you guys would like to participate in that stuff and get a chance to run on the All City Psychopaths, hosted by the good homie All City Tron, type !Discord like the homies have right now. The link should be popping up. I see you guys typing it in the chat. Join our Discord, then subscribe to our Discord. After you go through the motions of subscribing to our Discord, you'll get instantly added to our exclusive side of the community where we'll be hosting a bunch of this stuff. You guys are welcome to join us. Just wanted to put that out there. Get your chance to become an All City Psychopath. Back to cheating. Back to cheating. Team of Zenners need to be permabanned too. Ever got from this game? Fouling Wolf said the greatest joy I ever got from this game was uninstalling it. He said, I just played with regular teams. Can I cheat in Pro-Am? I got accused of cheating using a defensive script when I was just actually a full-time job and 2 young kids. When I'm just a casual with a full-time job and 2 young kids. I seen a streamer post the #1 guy in Montana and he had his Zen plugged in while live. Nasty world. That's what Fat Joe Gets Money said. Until my cousin gets banned, I won't believe anything. This man has spent a total of $2.5K for the best possible Zen. Do you hear this? That's Steven that just posted that. Somebody I know, a young dude, recently told me that out of 10 of his friends, 8 of them are using devices. So much so that he no longer plays the game. And he's from the younger generation. Out of 10 of his friends, 8 of them are using devices cheating on the game. And it's just a turnoff. And he actually did stop playing 2K. He's on to Arc Raiders. If you cheat at a video game, you are a weapons grade corn biscuit. I'm going to use that one. I'm going to use that, bro. You freaking weapons grade corn biscuit. That's what I'm going to start saying. Any stats on how many were banned? They're not going to be no stats. 2K is barely acknowledging that there is an issue at hand. We just went over how 2K seems like they're filtering comments in their Discord, in the report section of their Discord, where players like yourselves who experience cheaters can go and report other players. Seems like they're removing those comments because I barely saw anything. The last time I scanned through that portion of their Discord, I barely saw anything about cheating, and I thought it was strange. I made a video talking about it and shared it. He bought an entire PC, and he has a specific way to plug everything in, and everything works together. Prod Kai said, I'm not going to lie. I'm not snitching on my cousin over a video game, but I definitely lose hella respect for him. Yo, I'm snitching. Don't come next to me with no device, and I know it. I don't care who you are. I don't come next to me with a device while I'm on the game and tell me, let me find out you got a device, or show me through gameplay you got a device. I am snitching on you. You could be my best 2K bud. I am snitching on you, man. Stop playing with us, man. You're ruining the whole experience. If they have, you know why I'm more so bothered by this cheating thing? Like I said, because the gameplay is all right. Finally going in the direction that I wanted, away from the slow and clunky movement of 21 through 25. We're finally here in 26 with more explosive, fluid movement. Final stage of the pro play development. Finally got the direction I wanted 2K to head back to, more similar to 19 and 2K20. And we're getting plagued by cheaters. They're the ones ruining the experience. I'm snitching. Don't come next to me. I'm telling on you. Semper with a 999 super chat said, if they have it built and told us, we would demand it go in now, and 27 wouldn't benefit. It also explains why they are silent about cheating, so they don't get caught lying about not having it. I reported on my own cousin to 2K support because he was out here flexing his number 4 ranking. He's from New York? That sucks. Man, New Yorkers. Them goddamn New Yorkers, man. Can't have anything nice. He was flexing his number 4 rank in NYC to everybody like he's nice, when he's literally working to keep his Zen stable, up and running, spending tons of money to keep his Zen stable. 2K servers lag now, maybe 2K working band players? Could be. We're going to keep you guys posted and up to date. As of right now, what we do know is that there was a lot of talks from a lot of different creators saying that there was a ban wave. I didn't make a video on this ban wave. I didn't talk about it because I had to see it for myself. I'm out there every day and I'm connected, got my finger on the pulse, connected with you guys every day. You guys continue to tell me the same exact thing. They're still out there. Videos are constantly being posted daily when I'm doing my research about stuff. Daily, folks are posting lag switching primarily and a ton of shooting scripts. They're just sharing it all over the place, shooting from the other side of the court. So how am I going to make a video that there's a ban wave when players are still experiencing the same exact thing every single day? So they did this ban wave supposedly, and it seemed like it was just to pacify the community, like OG Almighty has said, pacify the community to make them think that they did some. Meanwhile, the primary targets of that ban wave were VC generator scripts. Scripts that automatically generate VC for the player. Don't affect any other player. It just affects 2K. And it don't even affect them in a way that it hurts their pockets per se. It just minimizes by a great deal the potential for that individual player to go out and purchase a VC pack. And 2K's gameplay design is built in a way to keep you on the game, minimize the amount of VC you can get from your time on the game, so that way you're more inclined to purchase a VC pack. Simple stuff. You can go no money spent this year. It ain't like you can't. You're just giving your life to 2K. Go no money spent. Maybe some people only want to make 1 or 2 bills for the whole year. That's not the good majority of the players, but maybe some folks are good with just making 1 or 2 players the entire year, and they consider the grind, not too strenuous, not too tedious. They're just on their way building up their player. These are more like my career player type oriented players. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But if your intention is to compete online and start getting your rep up, which is 2K's gameplay design, that's the hook, puts you in a chokehold and has you purchasing these VC packs, the rep grind. If you're one of those players, then you want to bring the best possible player out there that you possibly can to compete, which in turn usually leads to you purchasing a VC pack to get the match attributes up. And then to retain those players and maintain player retention, they give you, the cap breakers, which you got to grind to get to level 40 in order to get that cap breaker, which will make your player better. Red said, I got 9 bills personally. Let me read off some of the other stuff while I'm here. Give me a second. Let me get to some of this other stuff. As I mentioned before, Garcelle said there's 40,000 lag switches in that server. Somebody had responded to him asking him to join. He said, you're going to run into us one day or another. There's 40,000 of us out there, and we play every single game mode. Nobody is safe. I read that comment from Little Rose. Let me make sure I got everything locked in. Somebody responding to OG Almighty said, admitting. I got to pull this up for you guys to see. I got to pull this up. Give me a second. I'm going to pull this up for you guys to see. Man, that joint. Why you? Yes, this one. 327 in the chat. Appreciate y'all being here, man. All right, man. We're gonna pull this one up. Damn, I didn't want to. I want you guys to read it. I know the chat is in the way. I mean, that's why a lot of people, myself included, started cheating. There's a guy open and honestly telling him, yeah, I started cheating, but I'm doing something that shouldn't affect other players like lag switchers and these Zen devices. I never cheated on 2K a day in my life until last month, and that's because they don't care enough to ban cheaters. And now you play a cheater every game, damn near, so why not join them? It's either you cheat back or lose every game. How do you guys feel about that? Do you think the lackluster effort on 2K's behalf to address cheating only created more cheaters, giving players that if you can't beat them, join them mentality? Do you think that's what happened? That's why it allowed it to grow so quickly? We're only a little past halfway of the annual cycle, a little past halfway. And I would say this joint started a couple of months ago, like heavy. And so maybe about a quarter of the way through, a quarter of the way after 2K's annual release, more and more cheaters, the cheating just became rampant. And 2K doesn't seem to do anything about it. To add insult to injury, they seem to be sweeping it under the rug, not addressing it in no way, shape, or form, going through extensive efforts to filter like their chats so that other players are not seeing that there's an issue with cheating. And 2K recommends, if you have an issue with 2K or the gameplay, you report in a certain area of the Discord. I went through that Discord, didn't see anything about cheating. Meanwhile, you go in any other platform online, go to one of their X posts, take any 2K affiliate, check under their X posts, check formerly known as Twitter, check under their posts, and you'll see just constant, endless players asking 2K for a solution to cheating, asking them to resolve this issue. Countless. But where 2K can filter, and how we recently found out that 2K does work on filtering this, is the homie came into this live stream saying the words cheating, cheater, and cheat were banned from being typed in their live stream. You know, I don't know if you guys are aware of this that aren't creators. You can actually type words that, you know, if you don't want somebody cursing. So I could tell, you know, my software, hey, anybody that types, you know, a curse word in particular, we don't want that to be shown. Don't allow them to comment. 2K did that from what the dude said in their live stream. I went into the live stream yesterday and the comments were off. So are they banning just the lag switchers or Zens too? The Zens are out of control. You must have just got here. And for the folks that are just getting here, it seems like 2K is primarily targeting the VC generator scripts. The people who are using VC generator scripts, and mind you, those scripts don't affect anybody else but 2K. Don't affect any other player's gameplay. The lag switchers affect gameplay, the Zeners affect gameplay, the Titans affect other people's gameplay, changing our experience on the game. It affects our gameplay and the outcomes of games. But VC generator scripts only affect 2K, and it's so shiesty to the point. The reason why I find the show so shiesty is because there's one player using a script that he purchased to generate VC for himself. And that only minimizes the potential for him to buy a VC pack. And 2K said that's not it. No, even still, we don't want him getting free virtual currency. By the way, in 2K's own words, virtual currency is fictitious. That's 2K's own words when they were addressing the issue about VC transferring over from one year to the next in a class action lawsuit. They said VC is fictitious. So now you're banning folks for using a VC generator script, but you're not banning the folks that are affecting every other player's gameplay out there. What's going on? Some got to give. Make it make sense. Of course, his VC glitches. Why I'm not surprised. 2K been on top of that since I can remember. Any VC glitch from back in the day, I think it was NBA 2K19 had one with something to do with the check that you will receive from doing. I forget exactly. I got the images in my mind as I'm going through it. I forget exactly. But yeah, 2K, they've always been on top of VC glitch. They magically find solutions for anybody performing any type of VC glitch. But when it comes to a lag switcher or Zener, Nadex put a comment too, matter of fact. Let me read off this one. What did Nadex say? Now, this in regards to, like I said, you know, they were talking about a ban wave. We dig a little deeper, find out the ban wave is primarily targeting VC auto generator scripts, but the ban wave was being put out by the community, I guess, wishful thinking that they were targeting lag switchers and Zeners. This still very well may be the case, and I'll keep you guys posted tomorrow when season 5 drops. And that update hits. I'll keep you guys posted if anything has changed. But Nadek said lag switching is not patched nor removed from NBA 2K26. Cheaters are laughing at your game, making it miserable for anyone legit to step foot on this game. Find the solution quick. And he added Mike Wang and Evan. Your franchise is in shambles. Do you think Ronnie and Mike Wang are actually behind the scenes condoning cheaters? Just seems suspicious because they are so quiet. I find it to be suspicious as well, but I wouldn't go so far as to say that they're condoning this behavior. I think it does them little to no good. It doesn't hurt them. It doesn't do them any good. I find it strange that they're unusually quiet about this issue and going through extensive efforts to kind of like sweep this issue under the rug to make sure that other 2K players aren't seeing that this is the known gameplay experience for the good majority of the 2K player base. Cheating. And if anything's going to deter a casual-minded player considering the idea of getting on 2K, if anything is going to deter them from getting on the game, is going to be rampant cheating within the game. 2K knows this, so it seems like they're putting forth efforts to somewhat hide the issue instead of facing it head on and going through this issue with the 2K community by, being transparent, saying things like we're doing our best to find a solution. We're working with Sony and Microsoft to, figure out the best way to approach this situation. Something that shows the community. I think the community knows that cheaters and cheating has evolved. We know that. So all we need is transparency on 2K's behalf, and we'll fight this battle together. Am I wrong by saying that? If that had been the case by now, like I said, I haven't seen this level of unification within the 2K community in the longest time. But we got it this year because there's one common enemy, and that's the cheater. If 2K was transparent, if they chose a different approach and they decided to be transparent with their efforts to challenge or combat against cheaters, then maybe we would be pushing maybe we'd be going hard against Xbox and PlayStation, doing our best to let our voices be heard and get it over to Xbox and PlayStation to find a solution. But now, the primary target from the 2K community is solely 2K. I'm doing my best to make people aware that it's a bigger issue than 2K, but at the end of the day, we pay 2K. That's at the end of the day. We bought this from 2K. So I think it's up to them to assure us that there's a certain level of security in our gameplay experience when we log on to play online. It's up to them to offer us that. Not gonna lie, sometimes once you win or get VC from Spin the Wheel, it doesn't give you your VC sometimes. And it's little things like that collectively over the, millions of players that are online that add up to a lot of money when they swipe VC from you or not give you what you're owed. Any little effort, and again, this is how the gameplay is designed. It's a money machine. 2K is a money machine over it being a basketball game. So when it's being developed with that primarily at the forefront of their mind. How does this process help us, generate more VC or encourage the player, incline the player to purchase that VC pack? Let's just put EA on high alert and tell them we need NBA Live 27. Then 2K will see. I'm glad people like the homie Mr. Slim tuned in, because this is the channel where you'll find out that EA is out the picture in regards to basketball, and I don't ever think they will ever come back into the picture. That's how far 2K straight putted EA out the scene. It was a whole football kickoff. EA gone. especially with this new partnership with the NBA, creating NBA Take-Two Media, a joint venture between Take-Two and the NBA, parent company of 2K. NBA Live ain't coming back. The competition is more than likely not going to come from EA. This year, fingers crossed, this year was the closest they have come. But even took 2K, they had it in their hands. I made a video about it today. It's the whole college experience. Go check that out. It's on my channel. It was right there. EA, at the second that EA would have gone into the door with a college basketball game, they could have changed the scope of everything. And I imagine that 2K would have had to restructure their next 5 years if EA had gotten that college basketball license. The only sports game that has sold higher than 2K was college football. 2K is normally ahead of that. If EA would have gotten that college license, they would have definitely been a concern for 2K and how they intended to roll out the game over the course of the next 5 years. They would have to be on their toes. Something like cheating right now would have ruined them. If EA had gotten that license, if they were the ones releasing a college basketball game right now, would have ruined 2K. It's a pivotal moment, but 2K is strong behind the scenes. They're great at marketing. It's the number one line item expense is marketing. They're great at selling you the game, telling you all its features, but it's crickets when it comes to their flaws. Crickets. EA shut down the service for NBA Live 19 on January 30th. They're never making another basketball game, and it's sad. That was Midnight Howler. Pauliano, he said, let's see what Pauliano said. Yo, City, no lie, I gave up on 2K, bro. It's been like 1 month already, and I'm hearing a lot of BS. I've just been having way too much fun over at Arc Raiders. A lot of people have transitioned over to Arc Raiders. I did the same thing myself. Semper Reloaded said 2K threatened to release a year earlier to scare EA off. Join is grimy. Just like NFL 2K isn't coming back. You said it perfectly. Even though I believe NFL 2K was one of the best football games ever released. I remember it clear as day, like it was yesterday. When that joint dropped, it felt like it was light years ahead of Madden. Finally, that impactful type of gameplay. The players hit hard, pause. Fast, fluid type of gameplay, like 2K used to be before 21 through 25. And now we're experiencing, a lot of you guys are experiencing a faster paced game and an easier shooting game in NBA 2K26. If you're new to 2K, you probably had never even experienced this. So wild. NFL 2K was crazy good, but so were the older 2K games. Facts, Mario. Yep, that's what I just said too. I know I'm on a delay. So you guys are probably hearing it right now. I'm done too. What's the point playing the game when you lose playing with cheaters and against them? Let's go, Coachy. Samuel Morrow, appreciate the sub. Again, if you guys are new here, I know a lot of you guys haven't subscribed yet. I would love for you guys to subscribe. Join the family. We do this every day. Make content, talk about what's going on, keep you guys updated on everything in relation to 2K. Subscribe today. Hit that like button if you can. And if you're tired of running with randoms, I highly recommend this. Join our Discord. If you want a chance to run with me and other members of the All City crew, join our Discord. All you have to do to join Discord is type !Discord in this live stream chat. The link will come up. You can join. So wild. Thank you for posting it, Scott. I went from 2K23 to this current version, and it's a much better game to me. But the cheaters ruined the experience. Isn't that everybody? Isn't everybody saying that now? This is why it creates suspicion, because The player base consistently, the player base consistently is saying, yo, we're going out there to play online and we keep coming across cheaters. We go into an event and we can't even compete in the event because it's riddled with cheaters. But go anywhere like into 2K's Discord, you don't see the same loud voice against cheating. 2K filters their live streams, it seems. At least that's what somebody else told us in this live stream, that 2K was filtering certain words that you can't say, like cheating, cheats, or cheater. Can't even type that. The comment won't go through. Similar to like how they filter curse words. "2K26 is the easiest green meter in a few years. The easiest to shoot. It's the first time that 2K gave it back to the player base. It's not easy for everyone. I just got a screenshot earlier today displaying how difficult shooting still is for other players. That joke was funny. I saw 0 for 9. I can tell you that much. I said, who goes 0 for 9 in 2K26? You got to be a next level type of bad, man. You either got to be a next level type of bad or a next level type of drunk or high. Some 2K makes it way too easy to shoot for anybody to go 0 for 9. Michael Lee said the cheaters are ruining it. Yes, the cheating is there, but playing with randoms has gotten horrible over the last 2 years, and this is why I say join our Discord. Stop running. How many times do I stress this, y'all? The game is so different when you start. If you want to have a better experience on 2K, I highly recommend just finding players that you can build chemistry with. This way you guys can work off each other's strengths and weaknesses. Maybe your build is limited here, but playing with a stranger, he ain't going to know what your build is limited at. But if you start putting a little effort towards finding teammates that you can consistently run with, you'll have a much better experience out there. Trust me on that. Maybe some growing pains behind that, finding the right crew or finding some people are introverts. So I consider myself an introvert. But, if you put forth the effort, you will indeed create a better experience on 2K. Randoms ain't it, man. At least for me, they ain't. That's just my opinion. For some of you guys, they may very well be fun to run with. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. A lot of people play on normal TVs and have a delay. That's why they shoot bad. What type of old TV you playing on, man? I get it, though. You're right. You're right about it. But damn. What type of old TV you playing on that you got that type of delay to miss this gigantic green window that 2K26 gives you? Yo, bro, can you add a Proving Ground 5's chat to Discord? I think we do have it, but it's under... I think we do have it, actually. Let me see. Let me double check. Yeah, we do have a Proving Ground. Subscribe to the Discord and you'll see it open up for you. So we have a Proving Ground section, a Pro-Am section, a Stage section. This is for the exclusive side of our Discord, and those are it's one of the incentives for subscribers. So all you got to do is, if you're in our Discord already, all you got to do is go to the how to join section. And not only is there an incentive like for different chats like Pro-Am, Proving Grounds, and the such stage, you also get an opportunity to participate in the tournaments that we're going to be hosting, and also an opportunity to join the All City Psychopaths, a new room, and also a new Pro-Am team that's going to be making their mark on the comp scene. Super dope, super fun. Yeah. I don't play Rec. Rec is for insane menaces. I need a little more difficulty for the Zenners. The contest system on this game, I agree. Tap in with Devin. The contest system has some major issues, major flaws, but it still doesn't prevent me from averaging about 30 points at point guard. So that's what I measure it on. I'm like, okay, the contest system, in my opinion, every year 2K is going to have flaws. Every year they're going to have a certain level of flaws. But the way in which I judge 2K is with the gameplay. Is the gameplay fluid? Is there potential? Can I go where I want to go? As opposed to different years where it was so slow and clunky and the animations took long to catch up with your cues, like your controller cues. Mike Green 3506 with a 199 super chat said is about the bums shot selection. Dudes be mad. Be like, get this bum out of here. How do you think it was an open shot? Have you thought about linking up with other content creators and calling for a boycott from your subscribers? We have. Yes, we have. Me, Brute, J.E.'s. We were on this. We were doing the 2K crossover report. We've been talking about this stuff for a long time, yeah. And a boycott, it just ain't in the works for 2K players. And the culture, although we're unified in our fight against cheaters right now, giving up the game will definitely, the idea of a boycott, you'll see the separation very quickly. There's people who complain about the game and complain about cheating, but boycotting the game completely, it's just a hard-pressed issue for the 2K community. And now more than ever, the culture has shifted. So it's not like the same devoted player base that made 2K their daily driver for hours on any particular day. It's not the same no more. Folks get on from a more casual perspective, it seems. A revolving door of players that are just in and out. They're not committed. Just like if you put me on FIFA, I go on FIFA, I play it for half an hour max and I'm out of there. I'm not a FIFA player. I'm not an MLB player. I'm not a Madden player. I don't find those games interesting. And I think that's what the 2K player base has turned into. There's not that commitment that was once there from being a 2K player. So there's just a hard-pressed idea to consider boycotting the game. Well, all I could do is try to lead. I was going to say lead by example. I stopped playing for about 2 weeks. I tried to do 30 days. I couldn't do it. I failed at that. I enjoy playing 2K, and I enjoy being with the community that we created. I went on to play other games, and I still do play other games. But all I could do is keep expressing that. Dude, I work 50 hours a week. I just want to have fun in the threes. Adonis Roberts said, best 2K, bud. The problem with 2K is everybody pushes square to shoot, and then they should have pushed X to pass. Sometimes you give up a good shot for a better shot. Problem number 15, superstar, zero teammate chemistry. Zero teammate chemistry. I keep stressing to y'all, man, it's such a different experience if you just build some chemistry with some other players out there, and it takes a little bit of effort. Hold on, I missed the comment there. I might have missed it, but is an all city teams playing in Joe Knows Invitational? No, not yet, at least. Not yet. But we're in the process of getting everything together now. Anything could happen. All I know is that we're going to ring bells. So y'all be on the lookout for that. You guys could actually make it onto the team. It's a possibility over the course of the next couple of weeks. We're going to be hosting tryouts for the All City Psychopaths. I'll pull it up again one more time in case any of you guys are interested. We're going to be hosting tryouts for the All City Psychopaths and working to build the best team from the community of players that we have. And you guys are welcome to join, participate, try out, see if you got what it takes. I know a lot of you guys think you got what it takes because I know the 2K player ego. I'm too familiar with it. But, we'll have folks in place to judge whether you got what it takes. And if you want to become a psychopath, you'll get this logo right by your name if you are indeed a psychopath, and you'll stand out from the rest of the 30,000 members in our 2K Discord. I don't know if I mentioned that to y'all, but we're like the largest 2K Discord out there outside of the official 2K Discord, the All City Discord. You guys are welcome to join today. There's tons of players in there. You'll definitely find somebody to run with. Semper with a $4.99 super chat said, my conspiracy theory is that anti-cheat was installed in a patch and they are beta testing it. but not banning the accounts. 26 is a 27 beta test. I feel very differently than what Semper's explaining. I feel like 27 is going to be more of like a buy year, especially because GTA is going to come out. So if anything is going to be copy and paste, it's probably going to be, we're going to see like, I imagine 27 is going to be very similar to 26, especially considering they had to put so much effort into this college basketball thing that they're going on. And they're going to be working on evolving the college basketball, because we're just going to get an experience, a taste of college basketball tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern time. So I think they got their hands full. But like Semper said, that's his conspiracy theory. It could very well be the case. I won't straight out full on dismiss that idea. 2K is smart. I just don't think they're in the place to make that happen right now. I think they're genuinely trying to avoid players even recognizing that there's a cheating problem right now, because that's easily the number one factor that will deter players from experiencing the game. So they're doing their best to filter this out. Videos like this, live stream like this, is exactly what 2K doesn't want. But exactly what I don't want as a consumer of the products that 2K offers is a lack of transparency on a major issue that's plaguing my overall gameplay experience when I log on to play 2K. So we're both not getting what we want, huh, 2K? We're just both not getting what we want. We can only hope and pray for that. He said, which is why they need anti-cheat to sell 27. The idea of anti-cheat means that the idea of them selling, the like full on going hard on anti-cheat is going to be the driving force for selling 2K27. They would have to acknowledge that there's an issue with cheating for them to even use that as a marketing tool, is what I'm getting at. It's not to say that they can't use that upon the release of 27. I'm not saying that, but I feel like there has to be a certain level of acknowledgement in a fight to rally the troops, rally the 2K player base and say, well, yeah, now we're getting 27. Yeah, 2K is on it. They're banning cheaters. They were trying their best. We can't say that about 2K. 2K has always had an issue connecting with the community, like the player base. They've always had an issue, despite all the efforts that they do to build that bridge and create that connection with things like Community Day. We tend to realize that the Community Day seems erratic. The people that they invite to Community Day seems erratic. And then it's issues like this, the rampant cheating and the fail to address it that create that divide and disconnect between 2K and the community. Mike Green with a 199 super chat said, want to play my team. The Zenilators want all that smoke. 2K doesn't care if the consumer doesn't get what they want as long as they get your money. Facts. Which is why they've gotten so much less money from me this year. And I'm sure that's for a lot of people. The more that we continue to say, hey, cheating is still there, y'all. It's still a bad experience, y'all. And the more that 2K players have platforms to connect on to express themselves, not like on a 2K platform where the comments are being filtered. Maybe you come into, I created a separate room for you guys to report cheating because I saw what was taking place in 2K's Discord. So in the All City Discord, I created a separate room to report cheaters. So that way we have an ongoing log of the problem at hand. Not being filtered. You guys share your screenshots, your videos, your comments, thoughts about cheating. You share it in our Discord. Type !Discord to join. They act like they're not aware of the issue, but they're very well aware. I would love to hear the talk at 2K Studio, right? Wouldn't you like to be a fly on the wall? Wouldn't you like to be a fly on the wall at 2K Studios to say, yo, what type of meetings they having that nobody's responding? What type of memo they sent out? They had to send out a memo because that joint is 2K headquarters is so big. It's a unified effort and an organized effort to not respond to anything about cheating. And the joint is just obvious. Got banned Okay, Sean, what up? Got banned for VC glitch. Money said, got banned for VC glitch. I never used the Zen to play games, just take VC. And this was my defense mechanism to allow me to make new builds with black plates to avoid the red plate laggers and auto green. And what he's referring to is the idea that, these cheaters, people who are using scripts, they move up the ranks really quick. So, they create a new build. And like the homie said, he'll use a VC generator script so that way he doesn't have to grind so hard to, develop that build. But when they take their player to compete online, they're moving up the ladder quick. They're ranking up really quick because they play so good with their device. By the way, not due to skill, due to the device. And what ends up happening is, as you increase your rank, like a regular player like myself increases his rank, we start playing against those players because they're primarily at the top, the higher echelons of ranking. So this happened so much that folks were intentionally deplating. They were like doing their best to bring their plate levels down. How can you 2K ban lag switches in Zen? Real question. Isn't more of a console thing? I'm not too well versed on how they'd make it happen. I don't think I need to be either. I'm just a 2K player, but I do cover the news, and from what I understand, it is leaning more towards a hardware issue versus a software issue. And it seems like in order to resolve this fully, it'll have to come from Xbox and Sony. That's not to say that 2K hasn't had this issue in the past with lag switches. Lag switches have been in 2K for years, as long as I can remember, but they've never affected 2K to this degree. And that brings me back to Ronnie 2K sending out that post saying, where's your Zens at? And telling the cheaters that they're down bad this year. They ended up knocking right at Ronnie 2K's front door and saying, we're here, what you got to say now? And Ronnie 2K, along with Mike Wang and the entire 2K dev team, crickets, no response. That's not to say they're not doing anything. We are seeing that people are getting banned, but they're primarily targeting VC generators, the VC generator script. While still in all, like Nadex just said, I'll read it off again. Nadex said, lag switching is not patched nor removed from NBA 2K26. Cheaters are laughing at your game and making it miserable for anyone legit to step foot on this game. Find the solution quick at Baluba, at Evan. Your franchise is in shambles. That was what Nadex just sent out. What else I hate that makes no sense when your opponent team all quits and it says to save your progress, but your plate level doesn't go up. It takes a ton of effort to get that plate level up than it does to get it down. Tap in with Devin. Appreciate you sharing your comment. Tap in with Devin just said, I got a VC generator. I'm at 7 mil and I'm not banned yet. Wow. Wow. I wish we could all come together and not play 2K anymore so they go out of business. I don't want to. I love 2K. It's, me complaining about these issues is to help bring awareness so 2K could give us the greatness that we know they have the ability to offer us. You know what I'm saying? So I love 2K. I want them to make a good game. They did that with NBA 2K26, a good step in the right direction, in my opinion, as opposed to the gameplay we received from 21 to 25. 26 is just so much more refreshing. Faster paced game. Still, I say they need to make some adjustments and increase the speed in 26. And when they move forward, they still need to consider increasing that speed even more. They still got some issues to work out in regards to physics. But, I enjoy NBA 2K26 and I don't want them to go anywhere. I just want them to give us more security, give us more support. Support our online gameplay experience because we're paying for it. You feel what I'm saying? We pay for the game. I only buy 2K to play online. I don't play offline. So I only buy this game to play online. And, A game is only as good as its support. An online experience from any publisher, any video game development team is only as good as its support. And if 2K is lacking support over this issue with cheating, if the player base is lacking support from 2K, and we in turn get a miserable online gaming experience, it just sucks. I want 2K to do better. The IP grabbing is crazy. Crazy that even known cheaters like Enzo and Nadex are spilling tea on cheating. Yeah. They're straight open about it. They're straight saying it. Like, yo, what the hell is going on? What the hell is really good? You know what Fear God said? You know what's funny? When 2K21 was out and people was complaining about the defense slide and Curry slide, 2K turned on the servers of 2K17 on PlayStation for free for 3 weeks. That was including the park. 2K definitely needed to get that ish together. On that note, yeah. Matter of fact, I think I might just play during this live stream. How about that? Yeah, I like that idea. Maybe I just get online. I feel like they need to do something about quitting in the rec. Maybe give people more rep for staying on the losing team. I despise playing against the AI. Man. Everything you love. Semper Reloaded said Ronnie 2K is going to send this out in 27. That 2K27 is going to be everything you loved about 26 without the cheaters. Ronnie in August of 2027. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it. He was bold enough to call them out this year and had to tuck his tail, run and hide after they showed up at his front door. There are still cheaters on NBA 2K26 Wiz Theory Labs. There are still cheaters. I put a message in the general chat in regards to tryouts. If you guys are interested in trying out for the All City Psychopaths, join our Discord, then subscribe to our Discord. There's an exclusive side of our Discord where we're hosting tournaments, tryouts, and a bunch of good stuff for the members who subscribe to our Discord. So after you subscribe, you could either message me or the good homie All City Tron. Let them know that you're interested in tryouts, and we'll keep you posted from there. They said they deleted their online servers and parks, but truly they did not delete their park, just the online servers. They could put one of their servers to O2K if they want to. I got to tell you, to keep it a buck with y'all, even though in hindsight we look back at some of the older 2Ks and think that they're so much better than what we're currently receiving. And I'm more so referring to like 17, 16. But I have a feeling that if they reintroduce that whole gameplay experience, imagine just turning those servers on and leaving all the flaws in there and then reintroducing it to us as new gameplay, we would be upset. There were a lot of flaws. And I'm talking about like buggy flaws, like, the lag, seeing your player skip across the screen. Your player used to literally skip. You know how you don't see that unless somebody's lag switching you? You don't see players literally skipping across the screen like a defender, just skipping or sliding. Oh man, the sliding was crazy. That was because the left-right cheese was so overpowered. There were a lot of flaws with that game, with those games. Not to say that it still weren't great. Even with all the flaws, they were great. But if we become so spoiled, we don't see like lag. We experience latency now. And visually, we could barely see it. We just noticed that our player is more sluggish. He's moving slower, things like that. But you used to literally see like the frame rate drop, it looked like, on the screen. I saw Ronnie in public the other day and I told him to fix the game. Then he chuckled. Oh, man. What's up, Babacar? I'm good. Hopefully you're good as well. Salute to the 300 still in the stream. Appreciate y'all being here. I think I'm going to get on. If you guys want to join me, again, just type !Discord. I'm going to go into our Discord. I'm going to wrap up this live stream. We're going to go into our Discord and get some runs in for the day. If you guys are interested in doing that, just type !Discord. The link will come up. You could join today. If you're interested in participating in like the tournament gameplay and trying out for the All City Psychopaths, there's going to be like the higher echelon. If you think you're that good a player, then you subscribe to our Discord. It's the how to join section within our Discord. It's one of the first rooms on the top left. Wishing y'all a safe and blessed one. I'll catch you guys. I'll keep you guys updated tomorrow. We're going to be going over season 5. It drops at 11 a.m. Eastern time. We'll be live by that time. With God's blessing, we'll be live by that time. And we'll go over everything season 5 has to offer and see what else 2K has to say about cheating, whether or not they address it tomorrow. From what I'm hearing, that there's folks in these cheating communities that are scared of season 5 dropping. I will just add this very quickly before we wrap this up. During the last few months, keep in mind that 2K was developing this college basketball update. Now that they're done with that, maybe they'll put additional resources toward cheating. Maybe we will see some for season 5, but I'll be sure to keep you guys posted. Wishing you a safe and blessed one.